Hello, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to some more Total War, Warhammer 3, playing as Elspeth von Draken. And today we are fighting the Vampire Counts. We're fighting, well, the head Vampire Count himself, their faction leader and legendary lord. Let me just find him. There he is, right? That was supposed to be a bit smoother, but yeah, here he is. Vlad. Now, I've taken the liberty of deploying the army first and foremost, and then starting the video. This is the formation we're going with. This is the edge of the map, so we're not covering the whole of the hill here. Gunners on this slope here, infantry on the front. We also have the steam tank here, which... And I've just realised that at this sort of elevation, it's not going to be able to shoot up that hill, but that's fine. Not that important. Then we have artillery on the left flank over here with archers to the far rear, or crossbowmen rather, and then gunners ahead of them. These are the Amethyst gunners, 2 regiments worth. And then some more infantry up front. We also have a sneaky set of 3 swordman regiments to the left flank, covering the other side of this cliff. Units can't pass through here, by the way. And then we also have a couple of Empire Knights. These ones are the Darkwalled Riders, and the ones next to them are the Knights of Moor in reserve. Right, we also have a dragon. And, yeah, this dragon is going to be very important, obviously. But let's begin the battle. I've already started artillery bombardments, and we've done, you know, a little bit of damage to the enemy over here. We're hitting their cavalry with cannons. Nice large targets, shouldn't be a problem to get rid of them, and we're hitting these skeleton spearmen on the edge over here, which are just in range. And boom, there we go. The battle begins. Now, the enemy has a couple of Vargeists. What the hell is that? Storm of Night. Okay. Wait for it to pass, I guess? How long is this thing going to go on for? 2 more seconds. Okay. A slight problem. Didn't really expect that. Okay, so let's cast Spirit Leech on the Vargeists. And also, I'm going to hit the Vargeists with our cannons. Oh, yes. And now, initially, now let's go this way, after all. I'm going to use the dragon a little bit more offensively, but you know what, this is okay. Can use it like this. These guys are coming in. I want to hit the hill right there, if we can do it, because that's going to do a ton of damage, I think. Yeah, just like right there, hit them as they're coming into the battle.
The Dark Lady of Nome. Yes! Elspeth von Draken.
Is Fire at Will broken again? I know there's a bug with Fire at Will. Is it completely broken or is it just partially broken? It may be completely broken. But you know what, sod them. Shoot the Fellbats. Okay, that's good, that's good. Are you still trying to hit the Vargeists? You are, and you're doing a good job of hitting them. Excellent, and now let's take a look at the artillery. Okay, artillery's kicking ass. That's what we're looking for. Oh, another salvo. Right on the money. Right on the money. Okay, good. Good.
They walk beneath our shadow.
So, we've killed most of the Fellbats. That's awesome. We now need to focus on killing Elizabeth. Do I have Tormentor Sword? I don't. Tormentor Sword is actually really awesome. Just the problem with it is the recharge. Can you do the... Probably not. Okay, that's good. Good. And here's our first problem. We didn't get rid of the Fellbats. Fellbats, schmelbats, though. Who cares? Let's see. They have so many vampire lords. It's almost uncomfortable at this point. Okay, tell you what. Elizabeth's almost dead. Focus fire on the Vargeists. You focus fire on Elizabeth. And it's time to get you out of the way. Boom. Take this thing down. And now, if at all possible, I would like to get rid of this Vampire Lord as well. Actually, I'd like to get rid of all of them, to truth be told. Here, I think the Fellbats are actually attacking the Amethyst Ironsides, and so are the Vargeists, which is not the worst thing in the world for them to be attacking. And the reason it's not the worst thing is apparently these Ironhides are actually kind of good at, well, whatever the hell they're doing right now. Okay, I would love for you to try and use that laser beam of the dragon onto the Lord. Okay, it... not exactly how I imagined it, but it did something. And honestly, that's fair enough. Good. Units on the flank, still just chilling there on the flank. That's fine. Rocket artillery, still going strong, by the way. Still going strong. How much damage? 57,000. Need to do more. Need to do more.
Standing by.
Now, let's see. I think the bulk of the cannons have done their damage, and that's it as far as they're concerned.
When do we eat? Righty-ho! Ogres!
Get the ogres to fight over there. Start casting more spells.
For Sigma! Fire! Hand gunners! Take the ground! Awaiting orders!
Okay, I think one of the bigger problems we have right now is guard mode. I need to reform these skirmisher ranks. If at all possible. How exactly do we do that? Well, 2 units of archers here, let's move them like so. Rocket artillery is still firing, by the way. Still wreaking havoc. That's good, that's important. It's very important that we keep fighting right there. And then let's try and move these guys out of the way.
Cannon! Hungry! We are ready!
Vargeists are dead.
Spearmen!
And now we have,
Attack! By Ulrich's wrath!
dare I say it, more pressing concerns this way.
Show us the foe! Missiles will fly! Sigmar's ears! Conditions acceptable! Emperor's mercy for us all! By Karl Maras!
Okay.
Elspeth von Draken.
Get in there, try and help with Elspeth as well. Not using the cavalry yet. Because I'm going to charge in with the cavalry now.
Hellstorm rocket battery!
Beautiful thing is that through all this chaos, the rocket batteries are still firing. That's the only important thing. And then we plop this down. Which, by the way, I should be using a little bit more often because it's just 9 winds of power and... I mean, look at it, right? Right.
Adult aim! We're ready! Now! Moving now! The Empire endures! With purpose!
Okay, and now we do this. In 3 seconds, we're about to wipe the floor with the majority of the enemy army. We just won the battle. Yes! F yes! Okay, F yeah. How much damage did that do? 40,000 damage from one single spell. Just gotta get the timing right, yeah? One more like that and they're dead. Unfortunately, we don't have one more like that. We need 9 power for the next one. Which is, you know, not the best thing ever, but hey.
The Empire endures! Launch! To war! In range!
Wizardess of Nuln.
Just one more power, there we go. And I can plop it down like this. It's gonna... Oh, they're dead.
Swordsman! No lingering!
Now, let's just get out of the way. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hit my own men a little bit.
Death. They walk beneath.
And that's it. Close victory. But it's not that close, trust me. It's not that close. We did... I mean, that one spell won us the battle, if I'm honest with you. That one singular spell that we cast that just wiped the floor with the enemy, that one. Not much else. It was that. Because, like, it was 40,000 damage at the right time to the right units. Rocket artillery, great job, 78,000 damage, that's amazing, but this 40,000 was... it's killer. I mean, do you have any idea how long it would take all of these guys to do that kind of damage? It's insane. The one thing I am noticing, though, is the game's starting to... well, I'm starting to notice the problem with fire at will more and more often. I noticed it in the last Nurgle campaign, where I had Exalted Demons of Nurgle, sorry. And I just realized that now that I'm talking about this bug, it's probably been already fixed by the time you're seeing the video, right? Because there's a bit of a slight delay between me recording this and you seeing it. Yeah, well. So, the most important thing is we got rid of this vampire, and we got rid of Elizabeth. This one survived. Graveyard with halberds somehow survive, and a couple of these survive, but the vast majority of all these units are dead. Okay, I don't need money that much. Replenishment is going to be a lot more useful for the upcoming fights, because there's still going to be a couple.
Elspeth von Draken.
And this army disappears entirely. Okay. Undeath Ascended defeated Vlad von Karstein. And we got the Pale Scythe. Awesome. Okay, let's take a
Dark
look
Lady
at
of Nuln.
the Pale Scythe. Obviously, we're going to be using it instead of that sword that we had. And I'm also going to be fusing these two. I hate the Trickster's Shards, so we can fuse that as well.
For Verena and Nuln. Lady of Shaiish.
Campaign movement range is awesome. Yeah, you know what? That's what we're going for. Also have the Talisman of Preservation. Let's equip that too. Okay, now the new guy, the Archlector, can get this. The Empire Captain that's with him can get Runefang. And this guy can get the Talisman of Endurance too. And then the Scribe. War Banner I'm going to salvage, and you can get this as well. Okay, good. Awesome, in fact.
Rider of the Dragon.
Now let me just turn down the volume a tiny bit. We are going to upgrade the Purple Sun of Zerus. We're going to give you more Winds of Power Magic Reserve. Going to be the most awesome spellcaster in the land, especially with that spell. And then all of this is just, right? Yeah. Well, on gunsight, I suppose, range. You can never have enough of it. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good.
No.
The Mootland has been defended. Now, we come here.
Their end is inevitable.
We hunt down the last of our enemies.
Strip the battlefield.
I feel like we can actually get this now, right? Yeah. It's somewhat worth it now. Second. And there's another of his captains, or another of his vampires, sorry, dead. And then we go over to the bridge. Next turn, we're taking back our settlement. But that's not the end of our problems, as you may be aware. It's not the end of our problems. However, speed and... you know what, you can take that as well. Weapon strength bonus versus infantry. Yeah, weapon strength, but not missile strength, so never mind.
Never complacent. Imperial Scholar. I need a list of supplies and munitions.
Good. Don't touch anything in Schwarzhafen. For the somewhat obvious reasons. The place is doomed. Let's just be honest with each other, right?
I will go.
The place is sodding doomed. Now, units. I think we're just going with greatswords here for the time being, right? Maybe some outriders with grenade launchers, something like that later down the line, but for now we need a bunch of greatswords. And that leaves me with more than 9,000 gold with which to upgrade stuff and things. Well, I mean... I don't necessarily need anything there in terms of defensive buildings. I guess I can just invest in leveling up the settlements, yeah? Fair enough. And then if we go over to quick deal, has anything changed? Other than the fact that Sylvania is now begging me for peace. Well, maybe not begging isn't quite the right word yet, but they will. They will soon. I know they have one more army down here and one more army over here. However, those are very, very weak. Comparatively speaking, at least. Okay, that's good. Guns of more, nothing there. And then this. 1,700 schematics. So that means I can get this, I can get this. I'm going to need 3 of these, and I'm going to need that as well. So I'm going to restock this first.
Mighty spirit.
Yeah. Okay, good. In fact, excellent. Next turn. Unless I'm missing something. No, that's it. Next turn. Still wondering if I can defend Drakenhof just with the garrison.
Your very presence here
it's going to come to that, probably. And if I can't, it's not the end of the world. It's pathetic. I can! And I can defend against Vlad, who has a 0 turn. Oh, it's just zombies, though. Yeah. You know what? F you, Vlad. I'm going to go with replenishment here, because I need this garrison back to full strength soon. It's going to get attacked again. Probably, because they didn't actually kill that many units. Yeah, I mean, I will do siege defenses of, like, forts and stuff, but siege defenses like that, where the AI just gives it to me for free, I'll take that. I mean, heroic defenses would have been cool to see it play out. Unfortunately, sieges aren't nearly as cool as they could be. I mean, if this was Rome or medieval or something, I'd be all over that siege. Mainly because it's fun and it's interactive. Sieges in Warhammer 2 aren't nearly as interactive, and I feel like that's kind of the problem. And credit where credit is due, they've tried to fix them. They've tried to make them more interactive with defenses that you can plop down and stuff. That's a step in the right direction, but I feel like the maps themselves and the pathing on the maps are kind of the biggest problem there. You know, like getting on and off the walls is a nightmare. And we're in a siege battle. There's gonna be a lot of that happening, right? I don't think anyone's surprised by the fact that there's gonna be a lot of fighting on the walls. In Rome, it was... I don't want to say it was necessarily better in every way, but it kind of was. It was fun, right? It was fun. And more than just fun, it was tactical. Which units you sent up first mattered, because 4 of your soldiers would fight at a time, basically, and that's it. And that's how the siege went, and yeah, it would take a while, but that's kind of the point, isn't it, you know? And I enjoyed that. Here, it's... And you've seen how I play sieges. And it's not for a lack of skill to take the settlement otherwise, it's for a lack of rewarding tactics and strategies. Because the towers are ridiculously powerful, right? So they're the first thing that gotta go, regardless of what tactic you have. They're the first thing that needs to go. Okay, what's the next thing that needs to go? Well, yeah. Good question. What is the next thing that needs to go? I don't know what to tell you. They can plop down defenses, they can block you off, and all of a sudden, all of your infantry is in a blob not doing anything.
I refuse.
And they're just standing there, and so are you, and that's not very fun. Whereas in Rome, sure, there was a blob that wasn't doing anything on the ladders, and yes, it took them 10 years to scale them. That wasn't perfect, but it was more fun, because you send up your Praetorians, and they're fighting the enemy's archers, and they're not going to phase through enemy or friendly units to get to the other side or to run away or whatever. No, they're now stuck there. And your Praetorians are going to chew through those archers one at a time until they get to the other end, right? And you're screwed because you didn't retreat them on time. Same for your units. You didn't retreat them off the walls. Well, it's going to be painful getting them off the walls, right? Yes, a few of your units might survive, but they're going to take losses. Here, they just sort of teleport to the bottom of the walls and up to the top again, and they're all fighting like it wasn't a siege battle. And, Tell you what's a good example of a siege in Warhammer Fantasy? Some of the Left 4 Dead style games that are out there. It's Vermintide, right? I played some Vermintide. An in-depth siege where you need to grab food, grab supplies, sabotage the enemy's efforts, and etc., etc. Pull back deeper and deeper into the town. That's a siege. This is a field battle pretending to be a siege most of the time. It's kind of what it feels like. And obviously, it's not the best. Okay, don't want to really invest in anything else. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that now. We can get another thing in the Mootland. I think it's gonna be taxes, right? Yeah, imperial taxation. There we go.
Amethyst Mage. Weaving weapon and magic.
Okay,
is the surest
that is it, right?
victory.
Just out of curiosity, yeah, we can just fast travel with Elspeth's army, nothing else. Okay, good. Thought so, but just wanted to make sure. At least we have Eisenhorn back. Now he can provide some vision over enemy lands, so now we know where they are and what they're doing. I'm assuming Vlad's army is going to raise more zombies and skeletons and go towards Schwarzhafen. I mean, that's what I would... That's exactly what he did, and it's a Pyrrhic victory. I mean, you keep giving it to me, Vlad. Thank you. What can I say? I will take these, even though it's... Could I win that manually? The Drakenhof siege? Probably. This one, I will tell you right now, with full honesty, most likely not. If Vlad wasn't in the battle, maybe. Can I take him away from the battle somehow with one of my units, lure him away? I don't think he's on horseback. Again, maybe. And then kill everything else and wait for army losses and just leave him at full HP for army losses. Maybe, but it would be one heck of a battle, and I don't want to deal with that. I really don't. I want to do the more meaningful ones, because whether he takes Schwarzhafen or doesn't isn't going to change the course of the war. Like, not really. Okay, state-issued armor. That's good. Maintain 30 units. We have that. Give us a Razor standard. Now, state-issued weapons. That's good. But I feel like I might want to... Yeah, don't want to get that. This isn't... Purge the Fell. I could get Purge the Fell. Melee attack against all those things. Thing is, I don't really need it. I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, you know what? Let's go down the economic path.
In the empire of our innovation.
Indeed you are.
Follow me.
By the comet. Step to it.
Okay, here's another enemy army. They're all going down here, huh? Interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, I have an army inbound to fight you. You just gotta wait for a little bit more until it gets there. Just a tiny bit more.
Protector of
How much is the lower limit for this? 50. Alright, so we're sort of towing the line. 6 great swordsmen. Let's go with... I think... Null Ironsides, or... I think Null Ironsides are going to do more damage in the long run, even though they have less range. I mean, we are from Nuln, right? It makes sense to focus heavily on the Null Ironsides in most of our armies. I would say so. And then just... Sorry, what can I... Oh, I can build. Yeah, I can build this. Okay. I kind of don't want to build anything, because I'm going to tear this Garden of Moor down eventually.
Of the pale scythe.
Yeah, let's not do anything. Arcane Conduit,
I must
obviously.
keep my weakness for arcane trinkets in check.
Let's go down here for some upgrades. We can get Tall Walls finally, which will give us Ulrika. And I could use Ulrika as an agent on the field. I definitely could use another one. I mean, if I could use another one anyway, why don't I just get one?
Who calls?
Yeah, let's get one. No, I need to rename him so I know he's just an agent for the field, though. Let's call him Kills a Lot. Sir Arthur Kills a Lot. There we go. That'll do, and send him on some missions out there. Okay, quick deals. Confederation. Solent is kind of close. Some of these guys are as well. Solent will accept a defensive alliance. Okay.
On thy knees. Then
Can get 7,000 gold out of a peace treaty with the vampire counts. Not really worth it in my modest opinion. We still have 8,000 gold to spend. Let's spend it on something. Let's grab this thing. And then over here, I think public opinion's fine. I'd like to get... Oh, this will give me an Empire Captain. Let me just remember, this will give me a Witch Hunter. Let's go with this. Get another Witch Hunter slot. Then, obviously, a couple of things over here. A couple of things over here, and there's all our money gone. Good.
When Gelt looks upon me in the stars, perhaps he fears me, or...
Wait, did they take this from the dwarves recently? No, I think I just learned about them having that settlement recently. Okay, so we're going to take this, we're going to take this, and then we're going to head this way. Wrap up this, the vampire counts on our front line over here, and then... Oh no, Zufbar's losing, isn't it? Oh no, Zufbar, what are you doing?
Guns ready. Do not disappoint me.
Clan Ferric. Okay, it's not the end of the world. We can liberate Zufbar if they fall, and I will do it. Absolutely will. Alright, next turn. I'm glad that the west is being relatively stable with the wood elves and the dwarves and stuff like that. They're not doing much, and yeah, there's Pavaron up there and more dwarves over there. So the mountains are holding steady. Lets me focus on this direction. We can wrap up with the vampire campaign, or the campaign against the vampires, really, over here relatively soon. When we're done... Oh, finally someone decided to take Schwarzhafen. There you go. Congratulations. Bit too late, though.
Wittenland can wait.
Oh, they didn't take it. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm not going to trade with you. You hold a metric ton of Empire territory that needs to be liberated. I'm going to give Oakenhammer and those mountain settlements back to Zufbar, if they'll have them. Which I'm pretty sure I know they will. Just make sure to build a barracks in each of them before, because they go crazy for it. I mean, the AI is absolutely nuts for settlements that have military buildings inside them, or military recruitment buildings inside them. They think they're the most valuable thing ever when you're trading with them, so yeah. Make sure to build those, and we can just always sell it to them. It just occurs to me that some people might not know what I'm talking about. Essentially, we can take Oakenhammer from the Skaven here. We can declare war on them, fight for the settlement, take it over. Huzzah, great. When that's done... Yeah, there you go. And Fenric, let's actually let me see what they have. Not much. Some wood throwers. Okay. So we can take it over and we can sell it to Zufbar when we take it, so we don't have to keep these kind of odd settlements with like one settlement in the province or whatever, and you know, it's no reason to keep settlements like that, so you know. Okay. Grab this one.
There may be truths to uncover.
There's our 1000th kill.
For Verena and Nome.
Next is that one. Didn't actually... Bit interesting, they didn't actually occupy Schwarzhafen. Oh well.
Warrior of Sigmar.
3 more little line sides. Tell you what I could do. Some local recruitment slots. That would be terrific if we can get some. Somehow I doubt it, but Would be lovely if we could, right?
I veto this.
Show me the accused.
Oh,
Yes,
right, of
blessed
course.
is this action.
We'll go with Specialist all the way. And then Sir Arthur kills a lot, of course, how can I forget you? And you out this way. I think, keeping in mind that this side of the map seems to be rather stable, I can sail from Kreutzhofen to Alimento and probably continue sailing all the way to... That is kind of awesome. You know what I want to do now? Because I think you can't actually reach this place from above. What I want to do is I want to take over this place, and then take over this place and fortify the hell out of it with just everything. For no apparent reason other than to just be annoying in the region. But let's forget about that right now. Those are plans for the future. Right now what I want to do is... Just notice the colour between me and the vampire counts is a bit... Well, there's a difference, but it's a bit too similar, I would say. Anywho, what I want to do is I want to wrap up with the vampires here, and then I want to push north and eliminate these vampires as well. And once I've done that, I can actually leave them one province up here, that's fine. Once I've done that, I can actually turn south and get all the way to Munzig. Take all of these things out. And from there, maybe start fighting the Skaven. But I'm going to be in this area for a long, long time. And Draken not being overly hostile to me is extremely helpful. Of course, the problem with that is the Empire's probably going to burn up in the north because I'm doing that. Recondite, they're going to be a problem. Although, luckily, there's not that much for the Empire left to lose. I mean, hopefully Reichland is going to be expanding a little bit. They have the means to, certainly.
Greetings, my country.
Alright. Military access through, like, Reichland. Yeah, and we can get a defensive alliance with Reichland. Or they're fighting Sylvania. You know what? Let's get a defensive alliance with Reichland.
Agreed. What?
Yeah, it'll make confederating them later almost impossible and yada yada yada. It will, but honestly, they're sort of their own thing, and a confederation with them is not necessarily the most fun thing ever, because they'll give me so many more responsibilities that I don't really want, that I can put it off for,
Thou shalt treat me
you know,
with the respect I thirst.
ages. Okay, yeah, we can go from here. Enter. Tell you what, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We're probably going to do one more turn, but I can start doing my outro already, I feel like. Because they tend to take a while, don't they? Oh well.
The dead are thick about you. Welcome.
Join war against... What is this? Bloodfeather, is that... That's something up north? No, sorry. Can't really. I mean, you've got this. Trust me, you've got it. If you can consolidate the northern provinces and, you know, put all of that in order, man, the sky's the limit, let me tell you. Okay. I'm doing the same thing again. I'm going to army replenish because I don't want them to come back and fight a weakened garrison because I'm barely holding on anyway. Okay, oh, they're sending an army down south to stop me. That's cool. That's good, I appreciate that. I'm not being ignored. But tell you what, I think we can end it here. It's going to be a couple of turns before we get into some more serious conflicts with the enemy, and the whole war is going to take a while, I think. Sorry. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do remember to like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video and want to stay tuned with the rest of the series and the rest of the content I produce on the channel. I think we're having a... well, I mean, I'm certainly having a blast. I hope you're enjoying it as well. If you wish to support me directly, monetarily, there are options down below in the description in the form of my channel memberships and a Patreon page, but by no means feel compelled to do anything. Just letting you know that that's there. And that's about it. I will see you all next time when we continue our war against the Fell, right? Well, anyways, until then, have fun, take care, bye-bye.